Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my first video for the year 2025 and I'll be doing something really different from what I've been doing in the past right now. So what I want to do in this video is to give us a recap of what really happened throughout 2024 on GBPUSD and on gold. So I'll just be showing the major movement and what really happened before those major movements, then what is the current situation of the markets right now, and lastly, what are the things that we'll be looking out for. So sit back and let's enjoy this video together. The very first thing I'll be looking at on this video is the GBPUSD movement. What really happened throughout 2024 and what are we looking out for this year, for this new year. So the very first thing I'll be showing is how this line here, these two lines here are showing the whole movement that happened in 2024. So let me just give a recap here and let's do what we are meant to do. So if you look at this chart very clearly, you see that the first month during the January slash February, March till around late March, early April, price was in a range. From this daily time frame, you can see it clearly that price was in a range throughout that period of time. This doesn't happen all the time. If you look at it back in time, it's not that all January, February, March will always be a range. Like in 2023, January, February, the movement really happened during those period of time. But let's focus on 2024 and what really happened here. So late December, early December, late November to throughout December, January, then up till March, price was in a range on this daily time frame, and we can see clearly that after that range, price busted out of the range during April. So price busting out of this range just indicated that, just shows that after price made this impulse movement to this upside and this range started, then we later had a break out of that range, which is a very good movement. What really happened next is this: price busted out, but what stopped the price from going down, from selling more beyond this level that the price turned back? So we look at it very clearly. We had a demand level lying around this area here that stopped the price from going down. So that was the very first thing that happened. And at this particular level now, this is going to be a very key level that traders that use this my trading style as well will be focusing on, will be expecting price to do, because this whole range here is a trap. So you can't be trading this kind of a situation, because markets will always push you in and push you out at this particular point. Though there are trades that they were taking at this area here, but it's not going to be a long-term trade. It's going to be a short-term trade because it's a range. So once the price busted out of this range here, then get to this demand level here, and that is the very key level that we look at that particular point. So once price reacts to that level, the boom, market will continue, will start going up. You can see we have an impulse, a pullback, then impulse movement. That's a continuation of that movement. Then if you look at it very well, price moved from this point to this, targeted this high here. The very first movement targeted this high here because that is the origin of this whole movement here. So in this kind of way of trading now, with the way I trade, at this level here will be the point that I will stop buying from this area here. Once price gets to this area here, I will stop buying. I'll be looking for a pullback again, for market to make the correction, then before we start buying again. The same thing happens continuously until price gets to the highest high that we have in the past. You can see we have this high here, then I think we have another high around this area too. So what really happened there is just like a simple trend continuation from this point. You can see we have this impulse, we have the pullback, we have the pullback, we have the impulse again, we have the pullback, impulse pullback, impulse pullback, impulse pullback, until this higher low here was taken out. So that was what really happened there. If you look at it very well from this from the beginning of the trend, we had a higher high created, a higher low created, higher high created again, higher low created, higher high created, higher low created, higher high, higher low, higher high, until this higher low here was taken out. That was when the market started setting up from that point. And if you look at it from the higher perspective, from the weekly time frame, let me show you something from the weekly time frame. You won't be surprised that all this movement here that we have here is just like a an impulse movement on the weekly, because price made something really clear here. You can see the market made it very, very clear on this weekly time frame. You can see it clearly that after price created this after price created this impulsive move, we had a pullback. Then this whole movement here can just be a push to the upside. You can see the whole movement here still is still pointing upward. So that is uh the whole points that I'm trying to pull out here. So 2024 for GBPUSD was a buy, The majority of the trades that happened there, they were all buys, because the market pulled to create an impulse, a pullback, and another impulse here, you can see. So we just add literally to pullback within it to complete that circle. So that is what really happened on GBPUSD throughout 2024. That is that. So what are we looking at again for this new year? So what you're looking for this new year is nothing far-fetched than what we've been seeing in the past as well. So the market will continue moving, but we don't know yet if that's a bull run will continue or not. Because looking at it from this weekly perspective, we'll see that the movement was you can see that we had this pull back, push, pull back. We don't know if this is going to be a continuous movement or not until price show us what it really wants to do. And the only thing that can really show that from this perspective is for this lowest points here to be taken out. If this level here is taken out, that tells you that price really wants to crash to the downside of the market. But for now, this is what I'm really saying. The market is not showing that bearish run yet, that bearish movement yet, because we don't know if this level here is taken out. We can see we have a demand level lying down at this level here, at this origin here, and that is a major factor that would determine what the market really wants to do for the year. So if this demand level here is taken out, that means we'll be looking for the bearish side of the market for this 2025. This is the major thing that I want to talk about here. If you can get this straight and get it right, you get to know the particular direction the market really wants to go for the year. So this demand level here is a very key factor that will determine the movement for this 2025 on GBPUSD, because that is the lowest, the swing low that we had months back. You can see, so we have it happening at 2024, April 2024, and price coming back to it January 2025. You can see how long that took price to come back deep into that level. So I'm waiting patiently for this to happen. This is a weekly time frame, though. If you go down to the daily time frame, I've already refined this on my main chart. I've already refined this demand level here on my main chart to be on the daily time frame. That was where I refined it. So I refined it to with this other block here. So this is what I'm seeing on my daily time frame right now. So if price cannot break through this demand level here on this daily time frame, that tells me the market really want to start a new bull run. So for this year, we should be looking for buys on GBPUSD because of what we are seeing right now. That is what I'm really expecting. From the weekly time frame right now, I've been able to show that we have a demand level down here, and if price can just hold within that demand level, then push to the upside of the market, you should be expecting a bull run on GBPUSD. And the swing high that we have on this is this level up here. So if price is going up, that will be our target. If price is going up from this point, that will be our target for this year. As you can see, we had a bull run here as well. You look at this very well. We had a bull run here in 2023. You can see, and once the bull run started, price moved massively. You can see we had a pullback until price gets to this swing high here. We have price respecting this demand level, then we have the push Price coming back to this demand level as well again, there's high tendency the market is going to be another push. So we should be expecting a bull run on GBPUSD if this demand level holds. But if this demand level fails to hold the price, that means the market really wants to go down for the year. So for now, this is what I'm seeing right now on GBPUSD. Going back to my daily time frame, you will see that there are some levels as well that we'll be looking at price to get back to. Though this is the major level here. This is the major swing here. So I'll be looking at this level up here too, which is the supply level that will be looking to stop the buy for a moment before we know what the market really wants to do. Again, that's the all-time high there for now, for this the swing high for this movement rather. So that is what I'm trying to pull out here. Now this is good. This is good. Gold really did a very good movement for the whole year. You can see that clearly that the market really went very strongly bullish throughout the whole year. And as you can see, the market is trying to give us some kind of consolidation. Then we'll know what the market will do again. So looking at this from this chart right now, we can simply define what the market really did throughout 2024. Looking at it from this angle first, we had a very strong range here. Then what happened next? The market busted out of that range. Price busted out of that range. Then we have another range again. Then we had another push. We had another range again. It's just as if market is repeating what has happened. You can see we had a range. We had a bust. We had a range again. We have a bust. We have a range again. So with this range, will this movement continue the way it is, or will it just change from that particular level? Then we have a bearish movement for the whole year. We don't know. We never can tell. So this is what I'm really seeing right now. Look at what the market did throughout last year. Will it continue that way, or will it just change the course? So looking at this from this angle here, we had a range from, I think, from October 2023 to around March 2024. Then price busted out of that range during that March, then moved massively for a whole month, for 2 months, right? From March till around April, mid-April, to around mid-April, before we had another range again, couple of range again. You can see we had another range here before price busted out of that range again. So December, throughout November and December, we add all these all movements here throughout those period of time. So we should be expecting a very massive bust away from this level for this year. Will it bust to the upside or will it bust to the downside? We never can tell. Nobody knows. So what are we looking at for this year? If price should bust out of this range to the upside, that means continuation of that movement will happen. And if price should bust to the lower side of the market, that means the whole movement will be going down again, repeating another new cycle of a bearish movement. Then if we look at it from this 1 week, if you look at it from the weekly time frame, we'll see that the whole movement for that year is just like a distribution from what happened from a consolidated market. You can see price consolidated for how many years? For almost like 3 years. You can see from 2020, 2021, 22, 23. You can see for 3 years we had this range here before the price pulled out of that range. Then throughout 2025, 2024, we had a bullish movement. This is just the simplest interpretation of what really happened for the whole year. The whole year of 2024 was a bullish run, was a bull run, because price has been in the range for 3 years. Mid of 2020, then 2021, 22, and 23. Price was in a range, in a very massive range. 2024, then we had the break out of that range. So judging from this right now, from this angle right now, though, are we now expecting a new range again to happen before we had a new bust? Yes, I'm expecting a range, because market will never go like that without consolidation. If price should bust out of a consolidation, we also have a new consolidation for a new movement, like what has been happening in the past. There's no way that will not happen. We could look at it from the past as well. We had we had a consolidation here before we had this bust. We had a consolidation here before we had the bust. It's not depending on how long will it take for that particular consolidation to hold, or how far will it go, how far will the break go. You understand? So even if you look at it, that's even the inner side of the consolidation. If you look at it from the bigger perspective, you can see that this whole movement that we had here was actually a consolidation. You can see those one that I just identified now is they are just like the inner part of that movement, or of all that. You can see we had a range here, then we had a bust. We had a range here as well before we add this bust to the downside. So market will always print those consolidation, then those break out of that consolidation. So it happens every time. But how long will it last is what we don't know, which is what anybody did not know. We can't say how long a consolidation will be, and how far will a break of a consolidation will last. You can't say before a new consolidation happens. So we can't say. So what we just do is just we react to what the market is doing. That is basically what we do. So what are we looking out for this year 2025? We're looking for a consolidation from this movement before we know what the market will really do. So that is my own opinion on what this on this movement. So we never can tell, anything can still happen, but my own opinion here is that after this whole movement to the upside, price will always give a consolidation. But how long will that last, I don't know. So that is one thing about the markets. You can't really say exactly how long the consolidation will last, how long a bullish run will last, how long a bearish run will last. What we just need to do is what we've been doing in the past. We react to what the market is doing. For this year, we are not rushing the whole movement. We're just still waiting to see what the market really wants to do, and we follow suit. So that's all for this video. I believe you've gotten one or two things from this video. If that is the case, kindly give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Then most importantly, turn on the notification bell for you to be notified every time I drop new video on this channel. So thanks for staying this long, and have a wonderful trading year.